guys, this is Ambi from underdogchance.com, and in today's video I will share my MLB bets picks, all my projected numbers from my private MLB betting model, and I will also talk about how we use sports betting as an investment. I think this will be very interesting for bettors who don't know how to use sports betting to improve their life, how to use sports betting to build wealth, and what is the path to financial freedom. This is also one message. But before we go to these topics, right now I am sitting at 147 wins, 116 losses, plus 29.05 units of profit, which is still 10 times better than stock market. Yield plus 8%, and I beat the line yesterday again. Unfortunately, San Francisco Giants didn't win in first 5 innings. So right now I'm on a losing streak. Okay, so I lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now basically this is from the last 3 days. I lost 10 out of 12 games. Okay, so I'm on a losing streak, but this is something I don't highlight because I also don't highlight when I am on a winning streak. I don't check I'm 16-3 or 9-1 because these streaks are not important. Because even if you go, I don't know, let's say that you have 80 wins and 20 losses, it is possible that you start 0-20 and then you win the rest of the games. Okay, but as I said, I hope that we can make more profits. The season is still not over, and even if this season is over right now, plus 30 units, this is way better than some other investments, and I would be really satisfied. Okay, so before we go to today's projections, and I have one qualified bet or pick, if you like, I want to talk about investments and how sports betting can be included. Okay, so understanding your investment choices, the role of age, wealth, and risk tolerance. Through my channel, I want to share some things that I didn't know when I was younger. Okay, because when I was younger and when I started betting, nobody showed me how to use sports betting as a wealth building tool. Okay, because I was born in a small village in Europe, and basically the only advice I got was go find a government job, be a teacher. For example, I wanted to be a teacher, a geography teacher, when I was a kid. But this was the only advice because I lived in post Yugoslavia era. So I was born in Yugoslavia in 1980, and so my country became independent in 1991. So I was 11 years old, and my parents and all the family, they had that Yugoslavia socialist mindset. Okay, and of course nobody showed me the businesses, nobody showed me how to invest. There was no YouTube channel. Also, when I started betting when I was 18, 19, 20 years, and when I found first betting forums and chat groups, there was nobody who was talking about investments and how to improve life through sports betting. Okay, the talks were always only about picks. Okay, 95% of time was all about picks. There was no talk even about sports betting models, about how to build formulas, functions, or automatize your betting systems, betting methods. Okay, uh, sports betting chats were always all about picks. Okay, and I wanted something else. Okay, and then I started learning, and I used sports betting to build wealth, and I escaped 9 to 5, and this is how I got freedom. And I want to share part of my journey, part of my wisdom or knowledge, and the things that I learned on my way in my last 20 years with you. And this thing is very important. Okay, because picks, the older I am, the more I understand the betting world and everything else. Picks are just 10% of everything. Okay, of course, if you will not make good bets, if you will not make, I don't know, good analysis, of course you will not make money, right? Although you can rely on luck as well. But this is, I don't know, 10, maybe 20%. 80% is the mindset. 80% is how you understand financial world, how you understand investment, how you understand your journey. Because even if you win something, and if you don't withdraw your winnings, and if you don't move those winnings smartly to another income stream, then you will lose. Okay, because profits and units are just illusion if you don't withdraw them. Okay, this is we can see units, 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 units. And my friend who is trading cryptos and stocks, he said that unless you withdraw your earnings, it is just an illusion. Okay, and this is also very important. Okay, so what we want to make profit, we want to have realistic expectations, and we want to constantly make money, and then we want to move money profits at the right time, withdraw and move these profits to some other investment streams. Okay, it can be investment in yourself, in your knowledge, because there is a huge correlation between knowledge and the skill earnings. You can move to lower risk investments and so on, and this is something I will talk today. Okay, it will not be long, but I will go through important points. Okay, one disclaimer before I start: I'm not financial advisor. Okay, so those are just uh, my this is what I think at this moment, and this is what I learned on my way. Okay, this might not be the same for everyone because we're all different, but this is something I learned on my way, on my journey, and this is something I will share. Okay, so this is how I see things currently, and if you need financial advisor, find a professional, of course. Okay, I'm not professional financial advisor. Okay, I share my peaks, projections, everything for entertainment, and this is something I do for myself and I share with you. Okay, and this is the message we need to understand as well. Okay, so uh, investment choices vary based on different factors. Okay, I will just make it. Okay, anyway, investment choices vary based on different factors, such as one's financial situation, life stage, and risk tolerance. Okay, I hope we all agree. Okay, so we are in different financial situation, we are in different age, and this is different for every single person. Okay, so if you take, for example, Warren Buffett, or I don't know, Elon Musk. Elon Musk will not bet, I don't know, on Houston Astros. He will not bet 1 million. Okay, there are some exceptions who just simply love gambling, or simply love that excitement, or simply love betting, like myself. They love challenges, they love spreadsheets, they love numbers, they will bet. But in general, wealthy people, older people, they don't want to risk that much. Okay, because they're in later stages and they don't want to gamble anymore. Okay, people at different life stages and with different financial abilities may choose to engage in different types of investment activities. Okay, I'm not saying what you should do. I'm just sharing you the facts. Okay, and what I've learned on my journey. Okay, uh, so we know four main types of investment based on risk. Okay, so we have ultra high risk investments. I will explain everything: high risk, medium risk, and low risk. Okay. And your goal in your life, if you start from zero, is slowly going from ultra high risk to high risk, from high risk to medium risk, and then later to low risk. Okay. And enjoy life during all this journey. Okay. So, what are high risk investments and what are potential expectations or annual return? Okay, so this is anything from negative, so you lose all money, to 100%. So, this is one realistic expectation, but it can be also more. As I said, I quadrupled my bankroll in the past, also 4 times in just 2 months. I also had a season when I made only plus 10%. I doubled, tripled. So, but anything around, as I said in my previous videos, around 30% to 100%. If you can do with ultra high risk investment, this is great. Okay, so what are these ultra high risk investments? So those are some cryptocurrencies. We can also exclude bitcoins because Bitcoin is a little bit more stable right now. We know, I believe. So those are my. This is what I think. So I excluded Bitcoin from this and move it to high risk investments, right? Sports betting, NFTs, trading in penny stocks, speculative forex trading, venture capital in early stage startups. Okay, if you play with ultra high risk investments, okay, you usually have less money. This is how I started with sports betting. I didn't have money, but I wanted to make some investment stream that has higher annual potential. Okay, but if you play with ultra high risk investments, you need to invest a lot in your education and skill. Okay, no matter if you do new cryptocurrencies, you know, you must go deep into the analysis. You need to make deep research about these cryptos, who are the people behind them. If you do sports betting, you must have amazing knowledge about sports betting. This is why it's amazing why so many people bet on sports and they don't invest in their knowledge. If you invest in NFTs, the same. Those are new things. You need to be high skilled. Okay, trading also, speculative forex trading, venture capital in early stages startups, the same. You need to research the team. You need to research the people who are behind them. So when you play with ultra high risk investments, high skill, high education about specific topic is very, very important. Okay, then we have high risk investments. Okay, not ultra high risk, but high risk investments. Okay, so potential annual return is around minus 50 up to 50%. Okay, but usually stocks are around 10%, 20. You know, this is something we can expect. Okay, if something is better, of course, it can happen that it is worse, but it can happen also that is better. But this is one range which can we expect. Okay, so Bitcoin, we can also put the Bitcoin because it is for a long time here. Individual stocks, particularly high growth or volatile sectors, early stage tech startups. Okay, and foreign real estate investments in unstable regions. Okay, this is something we can call high risk investments. In this stage, we also need to have uh, great knowledge and skill. Okay, so for example, if you, I don't know, invest in foreign real estate investments in unstable regions, you need to have good knowledge about local population, local situation in that region. Okay, so it is not something, you know, if you invest in, I don't know, bonds or investments or something like that, you don't need to have such knowledge. You don't need to follow daily news. You know, you can be a little bit more calm. Okay, then we have medium risk investments. The potential annual return is minus 10% to 20%. This is something we can expect. Blue chip stocks, established companies with history of stable earnings. So in this case, of course, you need to have some knowledge, but it is not necessarily high skill about probabilities, daily trading, daily news, daily changes. Okay, it is more stable. Okay, real estate investments in stable markets, so you don't need to trade daily. You don't need to, you know, mutual funds, exchange traded funds, higher grade corporate bonds, peer-to-peer lending. Okay, so those are some medium risk investments. Okay, and then we have low risk investments. This is where billionaires try to move. In my country, we have the owner of Bitstamp. Bitstamp is one crypto exchange, and he started with cryptocurrencies. Okay, but if you listen to him right now, he don't deal anymore with cryptocurrencies. Okay, because he makes a lot of money and he don't want to deal with high risk and volatile markets. Okay, he's now investing in low risk investments. Of course, there are people who love the game. I love the game, but in general, most of my funds are in other things. Okay, so the older I am getting, so I was moving sports betting profits to other investments, low risk investments. Okay, and then I still use sports betting to make it even better. But the core, the core on your journey after years must be low or lower risk investments or medium risk or something like that. Okay, so you want to lower this. Okay, and those are the examples: certificates of deposits, money market funds, high yield savings accounts. Okay, and those four investments categorizations we have. Okay, and it is important to understand them. It is important to understand these risks. Okay, of course, as I said, I'm not financial advisor. Of course, there can be other variations as well, but this is just generalization. Okay, so the risk categorizations helps to understand that as individuals accumulate wealth and age, they often shift towards lower risk investments to preserve their wealth and earn steady return. Okay, and also note and also remember, this is a generalized view, and individual strategies can vary very significantly based on various factors like financial goals, risk appetite, market knowledge, and investment expertise. Okay, so as I said, this is just generalized view. Okay, so please don't attack me, but this is how I see things, and this is how I think is one good advice or good view for especially a new bettors or younger people. And this is something I would advise to myself when I was younger, so I wouldn't need to spend 10 15 years to come to that point. Okay, so if someone would tell me this earlier, I would make smarter moves. I would invest much more in myself when I was playing with high risk investments, so I would save much more time and make even more money, and I would start reinvesting my profits to medium and those other investments, less riskier investments earlier. Okay, so the four main types of investments based on risk. So ultra high risk, this is the best for extremely skilled people and young people because they have time. High risk also, it is the best if you are skilled and also younger. Medium risk, the best for any age. Medium skill, okay, medium knowledge. And low risk, the best. This is some final goal in your later stages of your life, so to move these investments here. Okay, because younger and less financially stable individuals tend to engage in high risk investments. Makes sense, right? As individuals accumulate wealth and age, they often transition to lower risk investments to protect their wealth. Okay, so when you're younger, you want to risk more, you want to play bets, poker, I don't know, stocks, cryptos, different types, and then I hope you can be successful. And to be successful in that game, you need to be high skilled because all these things are always competition against others, right? So you need to be smarter than others because the market will show you if you're smart enough or if you need to educate yourself a little bit more. If you don't win, if you're not winning, then the market says you're not smart enough. You need to invest more in yourself, in your systems, in your knowledge to play that high risk game. Okay, and once you start taking the profits, then you start investing, and as individuals accumulate wealth and age, they often transition to lower risk investments to protect their wealth, because when we are young we have more energy, we can play these high risk investment games. Some people watch games in betting, some people play poker whole night. When you got older, this is not healthy anymore, so you want to move this to lower risk investments. Okay, and ideal for younger individuals. So risk tolerance, younger individuals typically have a higher tolerance for risk. Makes sense. They can opt for investments with potentially high rewards despite their volatility, right? With a longer time horizon, because they are young, they can also have longer time horizon. Younger individuals can choose to invest in assets that usually grow over time, such as stocks and real estate, and also sports betting. If you build skill, you can use sports betting as wealth building tool over time. Okay, but all those things are basically relative competitions against others where you need to be smarter. Diversification while taking risk, it's crucial also to diversify the investment portfolio to protect against significant losses. Okay, Warren Buffett says never put all in one basket, all eggs in one basket. Okay, and investing in knowledge. Your younger individuals should invest in financial education to understand different investment vehicles and strategies better. Okay, this is very important. Okay, if you play high risk game, the higher the risk, the stronger, or the stronger knowledge you must have, the stronger skill you must have if you want to win that game. Okay, if you don't want to have a skill, if you don't want to educate yourself about the high risk game, then you need to start playing low risk game where there will be less annual return, but also no need to have such a high degree of, I don't know, knowledge, skills, expertise. Okay, ideal for older, wealthier individuals. Okay, wealth preservation. As individuals near retirement, the focus should shift towards protecting the wealth they have accumulated. Okay, investment that provide steady income like bonds or dividends yielding stocks are preferable. So don't get me wrong. If you're older, Of course you can bet, of course I still bet, but it is very important that it is high risk investment, and you need to educate yourself, you need to be skilled. Okay, you can still make money, you can still generate, because we were not all lucky. Okay, we waste our younger time, we didn't have that knowledge when we were younger. Nobody showed me those sports betting forums, those betting chat groups. They were all only about picks. Nobody showed me this. Okay, so, and it is, of course, it is not their fault. It was my responsibility. It is always my responsibility, nobody's fault. Okay, I could read books about finances, but you know, gambling world, sports betting world, it is only about picks. Okay, people are looking for picks. Sports handicappers are throwing out picks, and nobody will teach anyone, because most gamblers will lose money at the end. If they don't lose money, they lose health. Okay, so at the end of the day, they are all, most people who gamble on sports, or they lose, either financially, either with health. I see sports bettors who are 35 years old, and they look like 60 years old people, right? So they don't care about health, they don't care about families, they don't care about, they just watch games whole night, play poker whole night, drink alcohol, watch games. This is stressful. So uh, a lot of gamblers destroy their life. So, and nobody showed me that when I was younger, and nobody showed me that on about investments and how to move this money and how to build portfolios, how to educate yourself. Of course, I was young, I was also looking only for sports picks. Okay, I didn't invest at the start, I didn't invest in myself, in my knowledge. Okay, but then later I had to learn on my own, and this is something I want to share, so you don't waste that time. Okay, maybe you will waste 20-30 minutes today, but if you will understand the message, this can save you a lot of time in next years. Okay, so even if you are older and if you bet on sports, of course this is still great thing to do, this is still great to build. Of course it is better to make, I don't know, 50, 30, 40% per year than just 5%. Okay, but you need to understand that high risk game also comes with high skill game. Okay, there's no, there's no way around. Okay, if you play high risk game, you also need high skills. Okay, and simply that's how the world think. That's why it is so rewarding, because if the annual return is higher, this is rewarding because you have higher skill than others. Okay, this is something we need to understand. Okay, so the older and wealthier, if they were lucky, I wasn't lucky when I was younger. They look for stable income generation. Investments that provide steady income, like bonds or dividend yields, yielding stocks, are preferable. Diversifications remain crucial to protect against volatility and particular sectors. Estate planning: older individuals should consider their estate planning needs, ensuring their assets are distributed according to their wishes upon their death. And inflation protection. Okay, this is important. Investment that can keep up with inflation, like treasury inflation protecting securities, can help maintaining purchases. I also think that if you invest, if you make money in from sports betting, and if you move to tech stocks, so for example, I have Lam Research, Tesla, Microsoft, Google, mostly tech stocks, I think you're okay. Okay, it is, of course, this is not financial advice. Okay, this is what I have. Okay, so don't come to me back if you lose money, but this is something I believe will have some good return in next years, because uh, to make money in the world, you need to understand the world. You need to understand the technology and in which direction the world is going. Okay, so it is crazy when I see people who simply don't know how to send the email. People don't Google. People don't use ChatGPT. Okay, so all those things are already there. Okay, and we need to understand the world. And if you understand the world, I think that the world is going in that direction. Of course, if we don't kill each other during some wars, but if you can invest in tech stocks that are stable right now, or that have good potential, and if you can diversify your profits from sports betting and move to stocks, then you can fight against inflation. Okay, the worst thing is if you have money and if you sit on your money, because if you sit on your money, inflation eats you. Okay, so but this is something that wealthy people know anyway, so they try to protect themselves from inflation. Okay, and as we mature financially, the goal shifts from the thrill of high risk, high reward investment to steady and safe growth wealth. Okay, so I hope you got some wisdom from today. Uh, Everything I say and talk, it is based on my experiences, and everything I say, I think, will help you. Okay, otherwise I wouldn't tell. Okay, I'm not talking just to waste your time, but I'm talking in a way that helped me. I talk in a way that can help you. And I know that many of you are much smarter, many of you are wealthier, many of you have much more money, made more wealth as well. And but there are also some new sports bettors uh, who would like to hear this message. And this is something I would like to hear when I was younger. Okay, I'm now 43 years old. I'm happy. I'm completely okay with everything. But if I can help someone to save time, this is great, because time is the most important thing in our life. Okay, it is not money, because if I ask you how much money you have today, you know exactly how much money you have. Okay, but you don't know how much time you have. Okay, so I see sports bettors who are following me for 6 7 6 7 years, and they still didn't make a next move. Okay, so they are stuck at the same point. So 5 years is a lot, and if you constantly lose at sports betting for 5 years, this is a lot. Okay, because nobody can buy time. Okay, of course, if you're a billionaire, you can buy time with private jets and so on. People, billionaires, they're buying time, they are not buying money. They don't care about money, right? Of course money is important when you're at the starting stages, but time is more important, because we never know how much time we still have on this world. But we know exactly how much money we have, and money, we can always make money. You know exactly, if you take a weekend job, even if this is in a McDonald's, you know exactly how much time you will trade for how much money. Okay, but otherwise you don't know how much time you still have on this world. Okay, so this is why it is so important to act quickly, act early. Okay, invest early, start building your high income skills early, start building your education early, 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 early. Okay, if you want to bet on sports, start today, invest in your knowledge, become smart sports bettors early. Okay, don't follow this, don't follow social media. I deleted all my social media apps. Okay, so I make tweets, I make everything, but this is all automatized, so everything is so I made the tweets and these messages and everything, and then it is all scheduled. Okay, I don't scroll whole day on my mobile phone, so I deleted this app, so I'm much more productive right now. Of course, YouTube channel, I do this manually. Of course, I must create this video and then I upload, but I deleted all other apps. I have one girl who is uploading this content, but simply try to save some time, but by stop scrolling, stop watching games, and try to invest your time into your high income scheme or skill or skills, and this will make you better. And start early. Time is very important. Okay, time is very, very important. Okay, so I hope you got some wisdom from today, and let's go to projections. As I said, I have one qualified bet. I will show this qualified bet immediately, so if you don't have time, you can skip this. I have Houston first five innings, but I will, this is the only qualified bet today. As I said, I'm on a losing streak right now, so maybe you can take a break. But when you are on a losing streak, then some people will stop betting. This is also not good idea, because maybe in the next 2 days you will come back. Okay, and then they stop betting in a losing streak, they stop betting in a winning streak, and then they start betting again with losing streak, and they lose all the time. Okay, so simply stay calm. As I said yesterday, I'm always disappointed when I lose, but I'm always calm. I don't blink with my eye when I make a bet. I don't blink with my eye even if I lose this. So those are two different things, right? Okay, Dodgers Cincinnati, Kershaw Ashcraft, I don't know how to pronounce this, but those are my projected numbers, and it is not qualified bet. Okay, Arizona, Washington, Merrill Kelly, Gray, two right-handed pitchers. My numbers and bookmakers' numbers are exactly the same. Minnesota, Tampa Bay Rays. I will stay away from this game. Baltimore, Milwaukee, Kyle Bradish, Colin Rea. This is close to even game based on my projections, and also bookmakers have similar numbers, so there's no value. San Francisco Giants, Alex Cobb against Chase Anderson. My projected numbers are minus 205, but bookmakers' numbers will be probably very similar. I didn't check the latest lineups, and I don't believe I will later make bets because I have some other things to do, and I will do something else today. Later, uh, White Sox Yankees. We also don't have the odds yet, but I also think that I check some soft bookmakers. They have similar odds. So you see, those are my projected odds. Detroit, Philadelphia, I stay away from this game. White Sox, Yankees, I stay away from this game too. And then we have Houston, Toronto. Based on my projections, Houston should be minus 132. Bookmakers minus 122. Yes, Toronto is a good team. I didn't find a value in full game because with the longer game, Toronto might come back or play in the long game. They have good team, but in the first 5 innings, based on my projections, uh, based on my projections, Houston will have the advantage in first 5 innings, and this is the only qualified bet for me today. Okay, you can see the probabilities. So I give Houston 61.06% of chance in the first 5 innings. Okay. Uh, Boston, Cleveland, I stay away from this game. New York Mets, Justin Verlander, Strider, right-handed pitchers. There is a small value with Atlanta, but not good enough to pull a trigger. And Chicago Cubs, Angels. There is small value with Angels. Small value, almost qualified bet, but not good enough. Okay, so Houston completely okay. If they win first 5 innings, that will be enough. Okay, and again, everything that I said today, it is not financial advice. I'm not financial advisor. There might be mistakes, but this is how I see things. I think that there were some good points. So if you're a professional financial advisor or whatever, you can make your own video about this, and I would gladly see it. But this is how I see things. This is those were the things that helped me, and I think that this can help many sports bettors who want to use sports betting as an investment stream, okay, and a tool to improve life, okay. So that's it from me today. Thank you for watching, and I wish you success, whatever it takes today.